It is now my pleasure to invite the 2025-26 Chair of the Greater Vancouver Board of Trade, Stuart Louie, to announce this year's inductee into the Council of Governors. Please welcome Stuart.
Thank you so much, Bridget, and good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be with you here tonight to celebrate leadership excellence. It is an opportunity to be reminded of why leadership matters, particularly at a time when our region faces both significant challenges and meaningful opportunities. At moments like this, strong leadership is not simply about guiding organizations. It is about bringing people together, setting direction with clarity, and helping our business community move forward with confidence. We see this strong leadership in Walter Pela, the immediate past chair of the Greater Vancouver Board of Trade. And it is my distinct honor and pleasure to induct Walter into the Greater Vancouver Board of Trade's Council of Governors. By way of background, the Council of Governors was created in 1987 in honor of the Board of Trade's 100th anniversary. Under the leadership of Graham Clark, who was the board chair at the time, they began hosting the annual Governor's Banquet to celebrate the contributions of the past chairs of the Board of Trade, leaders who have shaped the path which we walk today. Today, Walter becomes the 139th member of the Greater Vancouver Board of Trade's Council of Governors. We are fortunate to have several governors in the room with us tonight, and I would like to invite you to stand up for a moment so we can recognize you. Thank you for your continued leadership, friendship, and contributions to the Board of Trade. You are all remarkable leaders who have gone above and beyond for your communities. And now a little bit about Walter, who served as the chair of the board from 2024 to 2025. During a year that tested organizations across our region, Walter helped position the Greater Vancouver Board of Trade as a strong voice for business, championing evidence-based policies, connecting leaders across sectors, and ensuring companies had the practical tools they needed to navigate change. Most notably, under his leadership, the Board of Trade launched the Agenda for Economic Growth, the 3% Challenge, calling on all levels of government to pursue sustained economic growth. Walter leaves the organization in a strong fiscal position and well prepared to continue its mission of making British Columbia a place where businesses can build, people can thrive, and communities can prosper. Tonight, we recognize not only his leadership as chair, but his lasting contributions to this organization and to our region's business community. The board and staff of the Greater Vancouver Board of Trade extend their sincerest gratitude for his leadership and efforts. Let's take a look at what Walter's close friends and colleagues have to say about him.
You want to be around Walter Pela is really what it comes down to.
Walter Pela is a force of nature.
Just a ton of energy, a ton of intellectual horsepower, ton of great ideas, and a good human, and a great heart.
He's brilliant. He's brilliant in a tactical way, he's brilliant in a strategic way, and he binds that together with an incredible level of thoughtfulness, kindness, and generosity.
Walter is somebody who is present. He doesn't delegate those relationships. They're not done through text or emails. He's there in person, doing the work, sharing his experience, bringing people together, advocating for Vancouver, for the business community and the province in such a credible way.
When you need somebody to show up, Walter Pela is the type of person that you call. And one of those reasons, also a reason that makes him a great leader, is that he is so trustworthy. We're very lucky to have him as our chair.
Greater Vancouver Board of Trade, certainly for Walter, it's his orbit, and you always have to ensure the health and the continued health and support of the Greater Vancouver area.
When Walter is there, there's a level of energy in the room, and so that engagement helps to set the stage.
He brings huge professional credibility to the role of Chair of the Board of Governors of the Vancouver Board of Trade.
When Walter's at the table, whether it's a board table, whether it's a committee, you get a number of contributions and benefits that are in rarefied air.
The Board of Trade is a great convener of business and community leaders and government leaders around important topics that matter. And so just creating the forum for knowledge exchange and to advance areas of priority for the province and for the region.
When you really have something important that you need to discuss or to debate, he always brings a broader perspective to the table. You can count on him to have the perspective and ask the question. So just a little bit different.
You think, his idea is over here, but what it is you haven't quite caught up to what he's thinking. And then, little by little, you kind of get there. You understand that how he's processed everything and how he's gotten to that original point that he talked about. And that's the amazing adventure when you're with Walter.
And when you combine Walter's thoughtfulness and caring approach to pretty much every issue that comes in front of him with his determination to build a better Canada, to build a better British Columbia, you have the makings of both a great leader and a great human being.
He's also measured, and he's inclusive. He draws in others to bring their own perspective. So that collaborative and inclusive approach makes the discussion very rich.
But it's also thinking through other issues, community issues, social issues, whether it's public safety, all of those things. So it's how does business, community, and government work together?
He really understands that a strong economy is a strong community.
Whether you're a small business, whether you're a young person starting out, building their career as part of our Leaders of Tomorrow program, or whether you're a senior executive, you always want to know what's on Walter's mind.
Someone like Walter Pela does it so well at giving back and making sure that he supports so many organizations.
Walter is ubiquitous in the community. You can see him at pretty much every Board of Trade event. You can see him at community events.
When I first came to BC, the person I saw everywhere was Walter Pela.
I think somewhere in the basement of KPMG, they're manufacturing time. He is everywhere. He's so generous.
And he's not just there. He makes a contribution. He makes an introduction. He helps us and support. He does all of this without asking anything in return.
I've never, ever had an engagement or a conversation with Walter that doesn't have some component of Walter saying, "And how can I help you?"
One of my favorite aspects of the role has been to work alongside Bridget Anderson. She is in the tent on all the right conversations, and she's really carried the torch.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our newest inductee into the Greater Vancouver Board of Trade's Council of Governors, Walter Pela.
Wow. Good evening, everyone. I don't know. Thank you, Stuart, for the gracious introduction, and of course, Stu McNish, who put that video together that somehow made me look amazing. And thank you to all of the great friends and business leaders that participated in that, not only for the obviously very kind words, but also for the mentorship and leadership that I benefited from working alongside you. That was really quite overwhelming. I'd also want to add thank you to Her Honor for the remarks given through Christopher Galis tonight. Thank you, and of course to His Worship, Ken Sim, who I also refer to as Kenny. Got to get you back, Ken. Thank you. And again, I hadn't seen that video before tonight, and that was quite overwhelming. A sincere thank you and pleasure to be here this evening at the Governor's Gala and Rick's Awards. And I would like to start by congratulating tonight's Rick's Awards recipients, because that is what tonight is about. Anthony Von Mandel, and of course, Purdy's Chocolatiers, represented by Karen Flavel and the team that is here with you tonight. Congratulations. Your achievements are truly extraordinary. You have built amazing Canadian brands and businesses that have created lasting impact and that have shown what entrepreneurship can do when it is matched by vision, generosity, and purpose. It's a true honor to celebrate you tonight. So congratulations to the Rick's Award winners. And thank you as well to the Greater Vancouver Board of Trade for this recognition, of course. After several years on the board and the privilege of serving as chair this past year, I'm deeply honored to be inducted into the Council of Governors this evening. I would like to acknowledge the chairs, governors that are here tonight, the leaders of this organization. Their work built the board into what it is today, and their commitment over decades is why it remains such an important institution for business, but also for economic and public policy today. And to Bridget Anderson and to the team, Bridget and all of you, thank you. Bridget, in particular, you have become one of the most respected and influential voices in our region, and deservedly so. So congratulations and thank you. And to the team, the Board of Trade team, I've had the chance, not only over this past year, but through my tenure on the board, to see you all in action behind the scenes. And I have been so incredibly impressed. What happens in this organization to make, not just to make an event like this tonight, but on all the initiatives that we do, it is no small thing, and it is a big part of why the board is so effective. So congratulations to you. I'll also say to my fellow directors, thank you. It's been a privilege to serve alongside you, to learn from all of you, and to the members of the board, from small businesses to entrepreneurs and the larger organizations and businesses across this region. Our board exists because of your engagement, your commitment, and your support, so thank you. One of the things I've taken away from my time on the board is that across this business community, there's a real willingness to come together, to have serious conversations, and to move important issues forward. And the board helps create that venue, that forum, and that space for that. So it's very important work. I also want to acknowledge my fellow KPMG partners and colleagues, our many clients, my mentors and friends, and of course Bernadette, all of you who have supported me in this role and more broadly through my career. Thank you. Many of you are here tonight, and I'm deeply grateful. And to my family who's here as well, my wife Vanessa, my children Oscar and Olivia, thank you for your love and support. And even my mother is here tonight. Yeah, and yeah, applause for Nonna. She's trying hard not to display, to like crouch low and not display any sign of pride whatsoever, which is fine. And for those of you that knew my late father, a real estate developer and entrepreneur, you will understand when I say that he would probably have had a different reaction to this evening. He would have listened to all these kind words, and with perfect sincerity and just enough skepticism to keep me honest, he would have said, ma allora dunque Walter, ma veramente cosa hai fatto? Yeah, which translated would be like, yeah, but really, what have you accomplished? Because honestly, that is not a bad question. It's what keeps me motivated all the time. Titles matter less than impact. Recognition matters less than responsibility. And I would say that what I've been most proud of during my time on the board is the opportunity to work with an institution that continues to ask those kinds of questions, the right questions, the tough questions about the future of this region, and to do something about them. When my family came here to this province, and Chris Galis mentioned this, from Northern Italy in the 1970s, it felt like a place of true possibility. There was a belief that with hard work, with initiative, with just enough courage, you could build something here. You could create opportunity here. You could contribute here. And that promise still exists. But achieving it is much harder than it was. Rising costs, high taxes, lagging productivity, affordability challenges, fiscal strain, and too much friction. These are not abstractions, they're very real. These are the reasons that businesses hesitate to invest here. These are the reasons families find it harder to stay here. We can do better. We must do better, not by trying to recreate that past and not by pretending that the future will look like the world that brought us here today. The province my family arrived to rewarded hard work, initiative, and access to opportunity. That spirit still matters. But on its own, it will not be enough to tackle what's next. We are operating in a different economy, one that is shaped by AI, fast-moving technologies, geopolitical change, and a growing need for resilience in how and where we do business. In that economy, the businesses that adapt will move forward. The ones that do not will fall behind. That means we need to get much more serious about what it takes for businesses to grow, invest, and compete globally. And that includes taking the word trade in our name seriously. How this region's trades. Thank you. Yes, how this region trades, where it trades, and whether more of our businesses can trade at all. And helping this region seize that opportunity is part of the critical work ahead, and the Board of Trade will be right in the middle of it, and I intend to be as well, because being welcomed into the Council of Governors means staying engaged, supporting the business community, and helping the next generation of leaders in this region. And I will take that responsibility seriously. So as I look ahead, I want to warmly congratulate Stuart as incoming chair. And Stuart, I know the board will continue to thrive under your capable leadership, and I look forward to supporting you and the board in the years ahead. I share this recognition with all of you. Thank you again for this tremendous honor, and thank you again for being here tonight. Thank you.